in this court is that they scheduled an appointment with you and didn't show up and canceled it, right?
I would say that's incorrect. She ended up typing checks and wrote false checks that our team knew, and this kind of all crumbled because you were dealing with a very sophisticated financial institution.
Your Honor, I move.
Now, how many homicide cases have you testified for on behalf of the prosecution?
You're saying homicide cases specifically?
Yes, or criminal. I'm not sure if you had it broken down by criminal or homicide.
Did they schedule an appointment with you and canceled it?
Yeah, they canceled multiple appointments, correct.
Did they schedule more than one appointment with you and canceled it?
To my knowledge, there have been 2 different in-person get-togethers, and then it all became email-driven communication.
How many appointments did they schedule with you? Mr. Nixon, please listen. How many appointments did they schedule with you and cancel?
In my recollection, 2. One was they said they were going to go to Lynchburg. She then had cancer.
I didn't ask you about that. I just... Wait a minute. I asked you a very simple question, sir. How many appointments did they schedule and cancel? And you said 2. Is that right?
2.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, those appointments and canceled them.
Yes.
And the reason was that Natalie was sick, right?
Yeah, I've testified.
For the first one, correct.
Okay, for the second one, what was the excuse for the second one?
Mr. Cochran was in the ICU.
Okay? And then in March, Mr. Cochran was dead, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
To our knowledge, yes.
So now, the sum total of your testimony really is that they had 2 appointments that they canceled because of the illness of Mr. Cochran or my clients, and then the 3rd appointment, Mr. Cochran was dead. Is that a fair statement, sir?
In terms of appointments, yes.
Okay, that's all I want right now. The next question is, you don't have any idea about the circumstances of Mr. Cochran's death, do you? You don't know anything, first-hand knowledge about this.
As our time, we saw a death certificate, and that's our extent.
Mr. Nixon, you're a banker. You are dealing with Mr. Cochran and Mrs. Cochran. You don't have any first-hand knowledge of Michael Cochran's death, do you?
Yeah, I've never met these people in person.
So the answer would be no.
She died, and we were showed a death certificate.
So the answer from the first-hand knowledge of knowing anything about this case would be no. Would that be a correct statement?
In terms of his death?
Right.
I don't know if he died. I have a pretty damn good guess.
I move to strike this, Your Honor.
All right, I am going to grant that or sustain that objection. Ladies and gentlemen, please disregard the last answer given by the witness. Continue, please, Mr. Victor.
Mr. Nixon, you apparently don't like my client, do you?
I think it's been a colossal waste of my time and many others' times in terms of months of going through this. That's my honest answer. It's a lot of time, resources, yes.
And that's why you're so belligerent right now, aren't you?
I'm not belligerent, but you're being belligerent with me, and I'll answer the question.
And did you review a collection of records?
I think
In this case, yes.